Hello, everyone, and welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns. Today we've got another Twilight Princess LavaDash tournament here. It's Goron Mines RTA. We've got the quarterfinals of the redemption bracket between the EtherNetBoyz versus Krinoteder. And company, we've got Jeezy and Skyrian. How are you two doing?
Pretty well, thank you.
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Hopefully you're doing well as well.
Oh, hello. Sorry, we're deafened the wrong user. But we are set to go. I will deafen myself instead of the bot, and we'll be ready to go.
Sounds good.
All
right. Let's see. Oh yeah, Krino, a little bit of cropping on Krinoteder's feed, and then that'll be it. There we go.
Thank you, Star. We're good to go.
Alright, I'm just gonna refresh, and looks like we are off. Alright, so the Goron Mines RTA tournament. LavaDash, and just a play on words of Wolf Dash, the regular any percent tournament series. In this one, the goal is to beat Goron Mines as fast as possible from a new game. It's a popular race category from 2011. It's seen a lot more activity the last few years, and definitely with this tournament series.
Yeah, we don't get to see this dungeon in any percent, so I think they just went. We're gonna do this dungeon. It's pretty quick, about 1 hour.
Yeah, it's very comfy length.
Race.
Oh, both getting gate clip first try. Very nice. Well, they used the rock there to get some extra height in order to side up to clip into the gate, and then they're gonna do back in time. Back in time is to void out and reset on the same frame, so you respawn on the title screen, and you can play around as the Link that is on the title screen during the game's opening sequence. And if you manage to save the game while on the title screen, you get all the properties of the title screen Link, which is having an Ordon sword, Hylian shield, hero's clothes, and most importantly, the Epona flamed. I said it once more, the second time. Epona tamed flag. That flag gets set. And that flag is important because it allows us to get the Iron Boots really early. Unfortunately, it means that we must perform Sword and Shield skip later on. But we, Sword and Shield skip, luckily we have that trick, so we can still progress in the run, but it is pretty hard. So
yeah,
we'll get to that later.
Even though we have the Sword and the Shield, it's not in the inventory, and the game is a bit confused at this moment.
Yeah, it only assigns the weapons in terms of combat, but not in terms of like actually being on the equipment screen. So the game doesn't consider it like fully obtained. There are a bunch of flags missing, and that's in that regard. But by loading the title screen file, you get placed a bit further forward, which is nice because you skip some day one stuff of Ordon. Then you can just get the lantern from Koro, so you can progress through this cave and make your way towards the forest temple, where Talo is trapped in a cage together with a monkey. And there are some bokoblins outside you need to kill, and then break open the cage to advance the story to the next day.
Yeah, this beginning section is pretty easy to figure out. We basically move around as human and as wolf. You'll see that as human, they will try to roll all the way, trying to chain, actually, frame perfect rolls to keep speed, trying to not lose speed up slopes, etc. As wolf, it's gonna be much easier to figure out.
Yeah, you only need to press A to dash like every now and then as wolf. Ideally you want to roll frame perfectly, especially up slopes, otherwise your speed just tanks completely. So if you pay attention to the lantern on the Y button for both runners, if the icon flashes, that means they have dropped a frame perfect roll. If it stays dimmed, then they've successfully done frame perfect rolls. TheEtherNetBoyz, they're doing a brake slide up the slope, which is one of the techniques you can use to eliminate the issue of losing speed up slopes. So either frame perfectly rolling up slopes or doing a brake slide. But it's pretty difficult to save time for RTA with brake slides in those kinds of scenarios. But if you watch a task, then you'll see it all the time.
Yeah, you need to be crazy good to hit very good brake slide all the time.
Ethan, unfortunately, putting away his sword meant to do a jump attack into the cutscene. Because the cutscene is an air trigger, so you can just move a bit forward during it.
And Krino doing some slashes out of the cutscene. Instant break of the cage. Very nice.
Good angle. It was very fun to see them both get gate clip first try and having no issues with back in time. We've seen in some previous races that either gate clip taking a few tries or having issues with back in time, so it's nice to see that both runners get past those tricks right away. So this is a very interesting matchup. TheEtherNetBoyz has been around for a few years now, running TP 90% and been in the community for a while and is well versed with the game as a whole. Whereas Krinoteder is originally from the Okami speedrunning community, and then one day I just saw them doing this category and I was like, oh wow, that's so cool. So this is my favorite category personally. So Krino has a lot more experience in this category than TheEtherNetBoyz, so you might see that pay off in, say, in Goron Mines, for instance. Whereas Ethernet is more well-rounded. Some unfortunate goats on the TheEtherNetBoyz side here. Yeah, very good goats from Krinoteder, sub 20.
The goats can be quite painful from time to time.
Oh, a couple of goats that TheEtherNetBoyz had to go out and get. Yeah, a bit of an unfortunate go time there. Usually runners would, get something in the 20 range, but every now and then get bad goats. Just happens.
Happens, yeah. On my last race, I got a goat that went inside and back out. It also happens.
Nice. Yeah, goats are very finicky. It's like they behave. Most of the goats behave most of the time, but then there's always just like one goat who's like being mischievous.
And again, we do roll into the sewer section and the wolf tutorial.
Rolling along. Just gotta keep the ball rolling. And by ball, I mean the green tunic wearing man. So we can just skip cuts in this game by pressing the start button twice, which is a very nice feature. The previous Zelda game, The Wind Waker, there was no such feature, so there's a lot of cutscenes in that game that you just need to sit and watch. But luckily in TP we can just skip most cutscenes like that. So the unskippable cutscenes don't add up very much. Most of the unskippable cutscenes are very short.
Found out the other day that some cutscenes that we usually skip in speedruns, like if you don't skip them, like different things happen, mostly to bosses. For example, Ook, if you don't skip the cutscene, he's gonna spawn additional babas.
Oh yeah, from the ceiling, yeah.
Yeah. For Phantom's End, it's the same. Quite annoying.
Yeah, that's a good point. Some nice dash cancelling there from Krinoteder. So in this area, you want to utilize dash cancelling in a lot of places. So basically, if you dash and then cancel your dash within a 10-frame window, you can dash again. Basically, you want to utilize dash cancelling so that you avoid the scenario of you just walking without having your dash available. Because normally you dash and then there's like cooldown before you can dash again. So interrupt that cooldown within a 10-frame window of dashing if you are close to an edge or something. There's a prediction in the chat. Let's see who's gonna take it. Yeah, so this early game section, like G's mentioned, is just like the tutorial part, so you learn the essentials of wolf movement. Say Krinoteder attempted to go for a midnight tech skip, but unfortunately didn't jump far enough left. Let's see if the TheEtherNetBoyz can get it. If you jump a little bit further left, so you can still get the rubble to fall down, we can also avoid the midnight text. See if there's like a second or two. Both failing it, unfortunately. But yeah, TP has a lot of time saves like that, where it's just a few seconds and it just add up like that.
Okay, we also have something called a framer in this section. Every time Midna comes on your back, or when you get the input to jump away, there is most of the time a frame you can jump. Krino missed it right there and got midnight text boxes. It really adds just a few frames to the time save, but if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't, you know.
Oh, gets that one though. Very nice.
This one is very nice to get.
So yes, we did a back in time save at the beginning of the run, so that we now currently have Ordon Village in a glitch state. We can get the iron boots from Bo immediately, which is very nice, but we won't do that because we need to use this text box for something else later. We'll get more to that in a bit. But since Ordon Village is now in a state past Elden Twilight, it means that we cannot obtain the Ordon Sword and the Ordon Shield from their intended locations in the village. So the only way to enter Faron Twilight is to bypass the trigger where Midna says go and get the sword and shield. So we're gonna jump over the trigger and instead hit an air trigger, which is slightly ahead of the ground trigger. And that second trigger is the one where there's a little cutscene that plays as you get allowed into the Twilight. I'm gonna use this this Bulblin to help us do that. This Bulblin, Hugo, as he's been called by the community for 12 years now, he will aid us to do an enemy long jump attack. So by attacking him when he's at a higher point than us, we can get a long jump, basically. But this trick kind of barely works, so we might see runners take their time and set it up just the way they want it, just to make sure that they don't have to reattempt it.
In most TP speedruns, you will see people do that with the Gale Boomerang, but we're not gonna get it in this run at all. Oh no, that was very close.
Yeah, Krinoteder lost some speed on the second jump attack there because Hugo wasn't as high in the air as he was at the beginning of the animation. They had to wait a little bit before doing the second jump attack. Or no, they had to jump immediately. Actually, they couldn't get a slide.
Yeah.
Due to the position. Let's see what kind of position the TheEtherNetBoyz will go for. So there's a black line right there. You might be able to see. Ideally, we want Hugo to be like slightly behind the line, and then his back should be facing the Twilight Wall as much as possible in a like straight line, so that you land in the middle.
So you see Ethernet taking his time, and he's gonna get rewarded for that.
Very good, nice. First try. So due to the failed sword and shield skip from Krino here, the TheEtherNetBoyz is now in the lead. So it loses like a bit over a minute to retry it because you need to void out to reset Hugo's health. Hugo is one of those enemies that if you kill him, he's like a permanent flag. He will stay dead. He won't respawn. So the only way to reset his health is to void out. You jump off the map and his health will be back at full. You can only attempt this once with what health Hugo has.
So yeah, with the wolf, if you input your stick in a direction and if you press A to jump in that direction at the same time, you won't get the intended result sometimes. And that's what happened to Krino there. He wanted to go backwards and just got a jump attack.
Yeah, it's very annoying that you gotta delay your A-press as Wolf, but as human you don't, so like essentially having to learn two movements, I suppose.
Yeah.
Two different fields of similar moves.
This can be annoying for bomb house skip.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for bomb house skip later on in the Elden Twilight section, there's a bunch of series of inputs. There's a series of inputs that are very precise, and we want to make sure that we don't accidentally do like a jump attack or something. And it's very easy to do because you need to be very quick with the inputs as well.
So as we say, third time the charm. Should be fine for
Talking
them.
to Pharaoh. Ooh, going for the midnight charge. Krinoteder having some issues with Hugo. It's RNG whether he will be easy to push, difficult to push, or if he will attack you. So you'll just have to be patient with him. That's a pretty good position, let's see.
He wants a no slide. Oh, never mind.
There we go, very
Nice.
nice. Alright, so let me see. About a 2-minute difference, but there's a lot of things that still go wrong for the TheEtherNetBoyz later on.
Yeah.
This category has a lot of tricks. It's like the trick density is like there's a lot of stuff going on.
It's insane, yeah.
There's plenty of time for Krino to catch up.
Even in this section that they are in, there is another gatekeeping trick coming up. Early Master Sword.
Oh, very nice kill on those bugs for the TheEtherNetBoyz.
That was very lucky, yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's going to be very annoying to collect, or kill and collect.
But yeah, they are gonna just leave 2 tiers behind them, the 2 first ones. Because after getting the Master Sword, they're gonna come back to the Furnace Ring and collect those 2 tiers to end the Twilight.
Yeah, it kind of depends on which category you're running that do Elden, Pharaoh and Twilight. Normally you would enter the Forest Temple and get the Boomerang, and you would collect these tiers in a bit of a different order on second trip through. But in this category we only want to leave those 2 first tiers, as Chi said, because we want to do the super jump in the North Pharaoh Shadow Beast section twice. So first we're going to do it to get the 2 tiers outside of the Forest Temple, and then we're going to do the trick to get the Master Sword right away. Oh, that was a satisfying tier collection on the TheEtherNetBoyz screen.
He's getting very good at Twilight for now. He got the super jump double kill in this section.
Nice.
Yeah, coming up EMS.
Yeah, so we learned how to use the midnight charge attack at the beginning of this Twilight, which is very good, because we're going to use that same technique to get out of bounds in this next map. Nice, the TheEtherNetBoyz realizing that he wanted to line them up and just taking his time to make sure that gets a clean kill. Right, so the Shadow Beast can either give you a fast swing or a slow swing. Ideally you want a slow swing. Let's see. Gonna set him up. That's a slow swing. Very nice. Good patience.
We love to see that. A good first round EMS.
So he essentially escaped the Shadow Beast fight. There are still 2 left alive. He will now go and get the 2 tiers outside of Forest Temple and then go back into the fight. But he will need to resurrect 1 Shadow Beast at least, or like make it so have 1 resurrection. Making sure not to talk to the monkey there, very good. And when you have senses on, you can listen to the Twilight Spirits. Let's see here. Krino having a much cleaner kill on those 2 bugs in that area, having a bit more experience, and it's showing in this one map. The TheEtherNetBoyz being really careful not to midnight charge there, because if he accidentally kills both Shadow Beasts there, then he loses around 15 minutes.
Fortunately.
There we go. Wow.
Insane.
Really good early Master Sword for the TheEtherNetBoyz there. It's only good swings.
Yeah, fortunately, if you spin attack the beast, it's fine. You cannot kill both of them. It's a pretty safe option.
This should let me see. Okay, it might not gold, but it's gonna be close to gold, I think. Just looked at his splits.
Well, that was a clean segment.
So both runners choosing to dig the bugs up, which is the faster option here, but slightly, or a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, a little risky.
Say Krino doing the first super jump. Just gonna set up the Shadow Beast here. That looks good. Ah, bad RNG.
Oh, wow.
Oh, went for it. Probably by accident.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
no worries. Okay, that was very nice.
Good patience as well. Krinoteder was a little bit far away from the Shadow Beast, so they had to snake for a while, as I like to say, making sure that they managed to get into a good position before they could release it. And they did. So, good patience, good timing.
The nice double kill.
Yep. So yes, early Master Sword, it's pretty massive. Saves a lot of time in this game in like most categories, as it gives you freedom to transform between wolf and human at will, and then also using all the war points you've unlocked.
But also because...
Where's the other Shadow Beast for Krino? I can't see the other
Yeah,
guy.
it's hidden. Maybe behind the bridge. Playing hide and seek.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, because of... Oh no.
Oh, that was an unfortunate angle.
Because of EMS, we cannot access Goron mines the regular way. That's why we left Bo behind. We're gonna use his broken state to enter Goron mines.
Yeah, the game doesn't really like to allow you into the mines if you have Master Sword early. Alright, so 2 unfortunate attempts, but then getting it, which is still good. But unfortunately for Krinoteder, TheEtherNetBoyz got a first try on both swings.
So I assume Krino is gonna... I mean, Ethernet is not going for bomb house keep, so that's the time loss for him.
Ah, right.
Krino can catch up. He still has very great chances right now. You never know what can happen.
Exactly. Yeah, so as I was saying with early Master Sword, so normally you get this after beating the first 3 dungeons, but if you can get here by some nice out of bounds movement, then you can just do the sequence right away. So it's very convenient, but the only downside, as Juice mentioned, being the invisible wall that just get placed in front of Goron mines. And for 7 years, or technically longer, I guess since the game came out, so I guess for 12 years in a way. Actually, for 11 years, because early Master Sword was discovered not even a year after the game came out, just a few months after, but in 2007.
Oh, wow.
So since 2007 up until 2018, we thought that runners thought that it would not be possible to enter Goron mines with EMS because there's an invisible wall there. But in 2018, text displacement was discovered, and text displacement is a very complicated trick that you can read all about on ZSR. It's very well written on the article there, but basically you can sort of apply broken text from one NPC to another, and that's what we're gonna do later. So Bo is in a bit of a broken state right now, so we're gonna use his text and sort of quote unquote apply them to Goron, and then he will open the mines for us. Oh, having some issues with the Master Sword. Prioritizing to unsplit before retrying. see, 23.5.
Very nice goal.
Yeah, very nice gold. So yeah, it did gold, even with the mist on the sword there.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a very good segment for TheEtherNetBoyz. And Krinoteder not far behind. Just the Shadow Beast, the Skull Kid fight here, and then they'll be getting the Master Sword as well. And right after the Master Sword, we have an RNG section where the runners are going to fight King Bulblin 1, or King Bulblin, the first instance of him. I'd like to differentiate it by King Bulblin 1, 2, 3, and 4. First one being in Eldin field, Hyrule Field, and the second one being on the bridge above Lake Hylia Bridge. Third one being in the desert, Bulblin Camp, and the fourth one being in Hyrule Castle. In this one, we're just going to see one instance of King Bulblin, and it's unfortunately one that has, the least consistency.
Yeah, it's one of the most annoying ones.
Yeah.
Like the two first ones are horseback fights, and the two last ones are just sword 1v1 fight. Unfortunately, the second fight we can completely skip it, so technically it doesn't really exist.
Yeah, it's a really good glitch that was found.
But yeah, this first one, it's unfortunate we have to fight and pray the gods. So you're gonna see another instance of Back in Time, but this time with a slight variation, which is instead of saving the file we are given, we're gonna load a file. This is gonna put us in the King Bulblin 1 fight. I can't really explain why we get into the fight, but it works.
I need to read up on it a little bit more, but it sort of makes sense in terms of the title screen sequence is Eldin Field, and that's where you fight King Bulblin. But it's something about the room ID, stage ID matching with the bit save and whatnot. I'm actually very curious to have a good explanation of it. Fino was on commentary a couple weeks ago, and he had an excellent explanation of Back in Time Equip, being one of the most knowledgeable people on this game. So that was very nice to listen to. I might actually go back and watch that VOD just to jot down what he said.
Knowledge, we always take that.
But yeah, the same sort of beginning as you saw at the beginning of the run, where TheEtherNetBoyz is going to perform Back in Time. Same method as at the start. But then, yeah, the difference comes from selecting the file, like G said. And yep, you just get warped into the King Bulblin fight, which is very convenient because when you defeat King Bulblin, you end up in Kakariko. This is all in an attempt to get to Kakariko Village. That's why we do this. Now let's see what kind of RNG you will get. Ideally, after the third slash, you want him to turn right.
So you can just give a good hug to KV, stay close to him.
Unfortunate left turn. But good chase. Let's see if he's on the left turn, probably. Yep. Again, pretty good chase though. He's dealing with his RNG very well. Nice.
Pretty clean.
So, getting the worst luck, but doing a really good job of catching up to King Bulblin. Opting for the Wii side, going to the left. Oh, that was very far.
I figured it's pretty lenient, actually. Oh, wow. That was interesting.
Yeah, he didn't give himself much room to slash him, to have King Bulblin on his left, but it did work out.
Yeah, just like that, you warp to Kak.
Yeah, Kakariko doesn't get fully loaded in a way. It's a little bit broken. Like the Shadow Beasts are not here, so I'm gonna reload the area by just entering the sanctuary and leaving. And Krino coming up on the same segment here, just finishing the Twilight. Let's see if they collect the 2 tiers a bit faster. Yep, already saving a second there. TheEtherNetBoyz transformed before the last tier.
Can maybe get the backflip that internet missed.
Yeah. So the
Okay.
TheEtherNetBoyz did get midnight text. You can see on Krino's screen. Ah, unfortunate.
This game is filled with just little empty frames where you can input something.
Oh, TheEtherNetBoyz going for the new human movement. Very nice. Being very close to Eldin though, so
Nice
he
hold.
might get the accidental chat here again after he tries to roll away. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the downsides of the human movement thing. It is definitely a lot more difficult than just going wolf. Wolf is safe and easy, but slightly slower over an optimal movement section there. Alright, both runners getting back in time first try on both occasions. Very nice. Let's see what kind of King Boblin fight is in store for Krinoteder.
Hopefully.
The TheEtherNetBoyz just clip through a well, no big deal. Collisions, they don't really exist. Good RNG.
Very nice
And
fight.
good final chase. Wow, really good. Nice, one more hit. Excellent. So Krinoteder saved a lot of time just now over the TheEtherNetBoyz with that fight.
Yeah, 15 seconds, maybe 10, 15.
And it's all because of RNG. Well, you also got to capitalize on the RNG, and Krino did that very well.
Nice fight.
So the TheEtherNetBoyz killed that bug, transformed into human to perform a clip, but waited before clipping into the well until the bug had completely turned into a tier, so that the next time when he left the area, he could just get the tier and then leave. Because in this game, unlike Twilight Princess HD, there's like a delay after killing the bug and collecting the tier.
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, this point I'm about to make doesn't matter in terms of that, because like the bug still just has to die. But
yeah, but they have fast tier correction. That's pretty cool.
yeah, like as soon as the bug explodes into a tier, then you can just instantly get it.
Like sometimes we have to wait to go through a transition. Otherwise, you can lose the tier you just collected.
Yep.
Krino going human movement too.
Very nice. Let's see if they can talk to Eldin at a respectable, safe social distance.
Seems good.
Yeah, very good. Should be no chance of talking to Eldin again here. Oh, we didn't even mention this at the beginning, but Krino is playing the Japanese version, which is the fastest one for this category, by 21 frames over English. I don't remember where German ranks. I believe it's like somewhere in the middle. But by the middle, I still just mean like within like a second or two, basically. I believe French is 80 frames slower than Japanese, and that's the whole scope. So we're not talking much time.
I think Spanish is like 40 frames behind, something like that.
Mm.
Which is like a second.
Yeah,
In one
TP
frame.
having fast text means that it doesn't really matter which language you have.
Yeah, we just go full mash anyway. It closes very quick.
Very good basement bugs for Krino. The TheEtherNetBoyz had some issues in the building that Krino is about to enter in like a minute. So let's see if Krino can get a cleaner house there to save some time.
So we're gonna see Ethernet take the time loss on home house skip, I think.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
it prefers to not go for it.
So supposedly at the end of this section, Krino should be way closer. Unless
if all
Ethernet
goes
lonely.
well. He did practice yesterday, so he might do it. I don't know what he was doing yesterday, but I saw that he was practicing. Alright.
Yep.
Yeah, not going for it.
Sometimes the safe way is the best option.
Yeah, we've seen people unfortunately fail the trick, fall all the way down, have to climb back up, and going for the safe method here, doing the intended way, and it ends up being faster than failing it. So, a smart, wise choice for the EtherNetBoyz there. But Krinoteder has practiced this quite a lot, so hopefully all goes well. Normally, Krino gets this, first try.
Yeah, you see Krino is getting a little bit cleaner Twilight for now.
Yeah, small differences adding up. Just doing like each little building a second or two faster and setting time little by little. Oof, really nice. Krino did not go for the dash off there, realizing that they were way too close to the edge. So if they attempted, they would have just instantly grabbed the ledge. Yeah, seeing good awareness from Krino in lots of small areas of the Twilight, and
Unfortunate bug.
yeah, it's RNG whether that bug wants to go out of the corner or not. As long as that bug is in that corner, you cannot attack it. Well, you can, but it's not going to do anything. The bug is invincible.
Link is gonna miss.
Yeah. See if the EtherNetBoyz does the dash cancel immediately in this next part. Always curious to see if people do that. As soon as he has climbed up here, we'll see if he will do a dash cancel or if he will do a B-hop later.
I learned that just recently.
Yeah. It's really nice how it lines up. Alright, Krino going for a Wolf Bomb out skip. Hopefully it all goes well. This saves like...
That looks good.
Saves a lot of time. No, unfortunately looking too far right.
Oh, that was too far right.
So usually that fails by either not backing up far enough on the railing, not giving yourself enough space to dash, or by looking too far right. It did look like the spacing moving backwards was good, so I think that was all on the angle.
I was confident that would work, but... And yeah, that's where you don't want to go too fast on the inputs.
Oh no, unfortunately not getting the ESS down to stop themselves from... stop themselves on the fence.
This can be very finicky, that's...
And this is the part where it's easy to get in your own head, like, okay, I've messed this up trick twice now, should I go for the safe thing or should I just do the trick again? Because like now I definitely need to get this extra time.
And then you can rush it, do a wrong side hop. Okay, that looks good.
That looks good, yep.
Okay.
Still kind of a far right angle, but much better than the first one. There we go. Almost entering too quickly, but Krino has control. Yeah, so the whole trick there is to kill the bug before it enters the building. There's usually like, you enter the building, there's a loading zone, and then you light the fireplace on fire, the bug flies around, and then the whole house begins to explode. You escape, and then watch a cutscene. All that takes a while, so that's why we performed this skip. So it's a very, very good display on the Wolf Bomb skip there, but unfortunate that Krino missed it a couple times. So it was wise of the EtherNetBoyz to not go for it. See, Krino gets a nice side up there. The EtherNetBoyz opted for just a dash off. They're very similar in speed.
I don't know if I'm just very tired, but the Faren music is so nice. I just...
It is, yeah. I really like AFKing there. When I set up my stream for doing attempts in this category, my last save is like right there after the Faren Twilight. So you just load up the file and you just listen to the music while you're like setting up your stream. Very nice.
It's great. Oh, we got the dash cancel from...
Oh yeah. Nice. I think they're like exactly the same. Because like you either do a dash cancel there or you do a B-hop like right there.
Or you just don't realize and do nothing like me.
And do a slow walk, yeah. Alright, so we have the Epona Tamed flag, which we got from the back in time save at the beginning of the run. But we don't have the cutscene flag that gets set when the Goron tries to knock you down from Death Mountain Trail after Elven Twilight. So Bo's cutscene is therefore broken. So we have like sort of the right flag to wrestle him, but not the right flag to get the cutscene. So we can initiate each like set of text ourselves. So TheEtherNetBoyz talked to Bo 5 times to get text displacement. You've got to talk a minimum of 2 times and a maximum of 6 if you want to use this glitch. So now TheEtherNetBoyz has text displacement and will apply it, sort of, in quotation marks, to Goron, which is the Goron Elder outside of Goron Mines. But it needs to be very careful not to accidentally hit certain cutscenes, talk to certain NPCs, get a game over, or save warp. All of those things would lose text displacement. But it's not too difficult as long as you look at the screen while you're playing the video game. You should be fine.
Yes. Not yet. Another TD incident.
Another TD incident, yeah.
In one of those corners in this area, you can trigger a cutscene, and if you trigger the cutscene and skip it, the TD is gone.
Yep, and if you don't skip it, the cutscene will never end, so you must skip it.
Oh,
I
okay.
realized that the other day. Yeah, because I tried to test if watching it saves it, but nah.
Oof. Classic TP, I want to say.
Yep. So if the TheEtherNetBoyz would have continued talking to Bo all the way up to wrestling him, he would have gotten the iron boots, but he would have lost text displacement. So this is because due to this we will make 2 trips to Orlan Village.
Unfortunate Goron.
Yeah, if you turn a camera away from them, you can lock it and do side hops. Otherwise, you get a wrestling prompt. Skipping the first one, but unfortunately missing the second one. There are a couple different ways you can do it, but it's a little bit tricky. Opting to not go for hearts, he could do it later if he wants to, in Goron Mines. But having more than 2 hearts is pretty much all you need, as falling in the lava loses you 2 hearts, which is a game over in this case. So the Goron Elder said, hey, and that means that Goron Mines is now unlocked. Because greeting somebody means allowing them in.
But yeah, we still need the boots, because doing Goron Mines without those is pretty damn difficult and long.
Yep. Krino also talking 5 times to Bo, so they have talked to Bo the same amount of time. Some people like to talk 4 times, others 6 times. But between 4 and 6 is the most common.
I go 4 because I often forget that I am mashing, and then I
Yeah.
realize at the 6th text box I'm like, oof, stop. Do not get the boots.
Yeah, if you accidentally talk to Bo too many times in this category, you lose over 10 minutes. I'm going to bring up the numbers. It was really interesting.
Well, you could grind rupees, get Goro TD, but yeah, that's pretty long still.
Yep. So the backup route on the fly would be to do Koro TD, so getting rupees and entering Forest Temple and get the Uku there. But yeah, unfortunately, means doing the fog sequence.
Oh, the monkey. Oh, wow.
Yep, that's where most of the time loss comes from.
Yeah, so you definitely don't want to talk to him 7 times.
Ah, it's 6.5 minutes slower. Okay, optimally speaking.
Still a lot of time.
That's a lot of time, yeah.
Okay, game of rock, paper, scissors right now. Won by Ethernet.
Very nice. Good RNG and capitalizing on it. Krino avoiding the Gorons now. Excellent. Excellent angle, and then very good like juke waiting for a bit for the second Goron.
So on Bo, we want to get a slap so we can one cycle him. with good mashing. But in the second phase, Bow likes to also to slap.
The TheEtherNetBoyz having some unfortunate rock paper scissors right here. Looks like that'll be it though.
Yep. Very nice.
But Krino is making time on TheEtherNetBoyz, slowly but surely.
Yeah.
If they get a cleaner bow and have a good Goron mines, then you know, we could see Krino tying it up again.
Will we see some lava splash?
Yeah, a lava splash. I think if his PB, I'm gonna check if he's on PB pace. He might be. Because he is on these splits.
For Ethernet?
Yeah. Oh, his PB on his submitted leaderboard PB is 109, but he's comparing as a 104, so he is definitely on PB pace.
Yeah, we did a fun race the other day. He got that in our race.
We've actually seen a lot of races, PBs in the races of this tournament so far. Alright, we have early elevator. We're gonna do a roll here, which will clip us through the wall if all goes well. And then do a jump slash to save ourselves from voiding. Yeah, it's being a bit too hasty. Needs to wait before... There we go.
Yeah.
And then turn the wolf, dodge the Goron, and then... Oh!
Okay, that happens. It's fine. He's not used to it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird trick. And there are not many categories that use it. Let's see what kind of bow we Krinoteder gets. Accidentally asking for the wrestling tutorial.
Yes, explain you how to slap. Oh, very unfortunate RNG there. First phase is supposed to be like
a little bit easier, yeah.
The easier
one. Bow has a standstill move. So the TheEtherNetBoyz, because he took a bit longer to do early elevator, he eventually a meteor shower started happening, and he took damage from the meteor. So now he's actually at risk of dying in Goron Mines. So he might get some health here. We'll see. Oh, good second cycle. Almost.
Oh no, we hate to see that. Like, you don't mash fast enough. You get the good RNG, but don't mash fast enough.
I think that was still a faster bow than the TheEtherNetBoyz by a little bit.
Probably, yeah. It was very clean. Second phase.
TheEtherNetBoyz deciding to use the switch. Using the switch is only 1.5 seconds slower than the fastest strat, which could go terribly wrong if you mess it up.
And still at the risk of death if they fall in the lava.
Yep. Taking his time with the platforms, making sure it doesn't overextend. Opting to go for the fire toad poli strat, it looks like. My goodness.
Yeah,
he got like a little hop there.
Up and they go for the easier way of doing it.
We've seen... I think we saw... Sorry, I think we saw a case accidentally jump in the lava instead of landing on the edge there, that little platform.
I've done that too many times, that's why I do the torchlight method.
Yeah. Let's see, Krino might get first try here.
Oh.
A little bit late on the jump slash. I think they're grabbing the ledge slightly too far left. Gonna be. This looks better, yeah. And rolling a bit too early.
If you don't climb at the earliest spot, if you don't slash fast enough.
Yeah, you do a lot of inputs very quickly there. But we could see a faster Goron Mines from Krinoteder, having more experience with the category.
Oh, that's an unfortunate bonk. Usually you want to pull 4 or 5 times for safety, so if you bonk you can continue.
Yep. Just like that. I forget how much time the slab clip there saves. It's not that much over, you know, doing the intended way of pulling it all the way and just running around. As long as you can run to the platforms quickly.
Ether probably lost time. Oh no!
Oh no! Oh, that's unfortunate for Krinoteder there. Accidentally going a bit too early, hitting the
Well,
lava jet, I suppose.
I think they tried to go for a swag strat. You can jump next to the lava jet and still make it to the other side. And it looked like it because it was very rushed.
The EtherNetBoyz spamming target, maybe showing some being like displeased with this run. Or just having fun, who knows?
It's very easy to be upset with this category.
Especially at the end part here. Pretty much every room is difficult. Oh wow, Krino just going for it.
Yeah, nice movement. Oh,
Wow. That was clean from Krino.
Yeah, Krino is going for it right now. Very nice first room.
So the EtherNetBoyz is doing some slashes on the ceiling to save a little bit of time over just walking normally. Although it's only really worth it if you do the optimal slash combo, and at the moment he is deviating a little bit from the optimal path and not doing optimal slashes. So it would actually be faster to just walk normally versus what he's currently doing. Very nice second room for Krino. Getting some hearts probably, yep. Wise choice. Giving themselves a bit of buffer on accidentally falling in the lava. Ooh, might go for this one too. No.
Went for 3 pulls, the riskier one.
Ooh, barely gonna get it. Nice. They are a few rooms apart, but there are still some big rooms here where we can see oh, nice side up.
Yeah, that's clean.
Yeah, the next room for the EtherNetBoyz, Wolf Gate Clip. It's very easy to lose a lot of time in that room if you don't get the clip quick enough. So let's see what happens. So this is switch right there, but hitting it is very slow. So we're gonna clip through the gate instead. But we need the small key, because the door in the next, at the end of this room is locked.
And hello Raiders.
Hello Raiders. Welcome to LavaDash, the Twilight Princess Goron Mines RTA tournament.
And definitely not LavaSplash. Oh. Nice.
Very nice clip from the EtherNetBoyz there. His angle wasn't straight, so he had to compensate by holding a control stick in the direction of the gate to pop through. So that was it's a little bit more difficult than it sounds. So it was very nice. Going for the roll stab for safety. Nice.
Very nice.
And you can see Krinoteder doing the slash combos correctly by holding target and also doing a different set of inputs, going side-side, neutral, and forward. So we'll see it on this next stretch. Very nice. I see a lot of people prefer to start by going right. Am I the only one who goes left first? It doesn't matter if you go left or right first, but...
Well, I was doing like side-side, neutral, forward, but I saw on ZSR that it's better to do left, right, up, or something like that.
Oh, really?
So I don't really know what to do, but both of them are very fast.
Alright, so the EtherNetBoyz, will he attempt key shard skip or not? Maybe he will give it one try.
I think they do.
Yeah, one attempt and then getting the key shard. Respectable, respectable.
Yeah, pretty smart.
So normally you would have the Gale Boomerang in an all dungeons run, so you could just very easily make it across the gap to the right there. But since we didn't visit Forest Temple at all, the only way to skip this key shard is to do a very precise jump at the peak of the rotating platform there to just barely grab the ledge up above. And it saves about 40 seconds, if I remember correctly, over getting the key shard here. And then also this movement is a little bit awkward if you come from this side. But getting 3 rolls, that's very good.
Infinite combo.
Let's
Going
see
very
Krino
safe.
doing Wolf Gate Clip. Oh, that's an excellent starting angle.
Yeah, that was very quick.
Very nice.
It could have been instant.
Oh, really nice combos. This is a great angle for Krino. Dropping early as well. Wow. That was an excellent room for Krinoteder.
Trying to
Making up
catch
some
up.
time. TheEtherNetBoyz doing the Dangoro strat, tossing him off and grabbing the ledge at the same time. Climbing up, getting an extra hit. Oh.
Ah.
Oh.
Okay, nice.
Nice.
And left throw.
No.
Oh!
Oh, that's so unlucky.
Oh, wow.
Just he could
Sorry,
not
but-
have been closer to the edge. That's
Oh,
very
wow.
unfortunate.
You just
Yeah, so-
didn't want to fall, no.
Yeah. The way Dangoro bounces there on the third one is, like right before the third hit is random. And it looked to be good the way TheEtherNetBoyz was tossing him off there, but just wasn't enough.
Yeah,
Alright, let's see
left throw.
Krino doing KSS. Little bit of a late roll. 1 or 2 frames late of roll. But getting closer. Getting closer. Getting closer on every attempt, might get it now.
Yep.
Yep.
Very nice.
Just inching closer little by little. Saving over 20 seconds at least over the TheEtherNetBoyz by getting it 4th try. Very nice. Having much better slash combos too. Yeah, making up time. Okay. It's pretty difficult at this point to catch up, but it could happen. If Krino gets a perfect Dangoro fight, but still the TheEtherNetBoyz would have to mess something up, like shooting some BMOs or just having some rough movement. But it's possible. Let's see what happens. Oh, he gets the damage boost. Nice.
Our Krino went a little bit late on the quick spin.
Oh no. I accidentally let go of
Okay.
A. Yeah, so in this race we've seen TheEtherNetBoyz choosing safer strats, and it has paid off for him. Had he attempted Wolf Llama skip and fallen down, then this would have been a lot closer.
Yeah.
Same with the key shard skip. He could have been stuck there for a while, but he opted to go for safe strats and just only doing what's necessary, and it paid off for him.
And that must be PB pace, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. He is almost 2 minutes ahead of his PB. Oh, he's gonna get the cutscene. If you don't kill one of the archers on the right there, you'll get a cutscene right here.
And if you go too fast, and if the goblin doesn't die before you reach the trigger is still there.
Yeah, he has a very slow death because he needs to fall off from the platform. Krino also getting the damage thing, but after one push. Or pull.
So hopefully we won't see a swim.
Oh, he's going for the fast thing. Wait, is he shooting it? Oh, I haven't seen that variant before.
Well,
but I guess that variant is likely to hit the rope.
At least it works.
Yeah, it's pretty set in stone at this point. Although interestingly enough, the TheEtherNetBoyz does have a very weird like system, like setup. He's playing on a GameCube, a very old and a GameCube that's not in good condition. So we've seen some very interesting disc-related glitches from him.
Oh yeah.
So, not to curse this, but like his setup is more likely to crash or have like some oddities happen than most others. So that's the only thing for Krino here. Yeah, his GameCube has to warm up first. Both runners actually playing on GameCube. Not using a Wii, which is most commonly seen.
I think Krino missed the goblin. I don't know, never mind.
Yeah, I didn't see the hit either, but worked out.
Pin in for the win.
Yeah, the biggest thing being missing Sword and Shield skip twice, and also Wolf Bomb Out skip twice for Krino. But making up time in the Twilights and in Goron Mines.
Yeah, solid gameplay.
So unfortunately for Krino, it was just some tricks that went ill, but generally the movement made it so they caught up in certain segments. But unfortunately not enough to take the victory here. That should be the final hit for the TheEtherNetBoyz.
It's gonna be a 102. 102.
Which will be a pretty big PB for him.
Yeah, 2-minute PB.
Another race PB. You'd love to see it. Unless he's not comparing against his PB. His split say 104. His leaderboard submitted PB is 109, so either way, if he wants to submit something faster to the boards, then he has at least 2 runs to choose and pick and choose from. I got a 102 last night. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, GG's to the TheEtherNetBoyz, taking the win here in this redemption bracket. Sorry, hit my mic. Redemption bracket round here. GG's. That was the quarterfinal. He will move on to the semifinals, where he will face Simikins, the world record holder. No pressure.
Good luck.
You know, accidentally getting hit by fighters there. The fight can snowball a little bit if you miss a hit.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just like this.
Yep, and that's to go around. But wise choice not to equip iron boots before that.
Don't hesitate to join us, Ether.
Yeah, feel free to.
Join the waiting room.
That was a good race. Unfortunately, the sword and shield skip thing, creating a bit of a distance between the runners right away. But it was fun to see segments differentiating between the runners. Like Krinoteder catching up at certain points. Unfortunately, not enough for them, but it was still tight.
In these races, that Hugo could be decisive almost. And GG Krino.
GG to Krinoteder. Yeah, just messing around by the portal. I would do the same.
I would wake up Mr. I forgot his name. Darunia? No.
Oh yeah, Darunia, yeah. Yeah, if either of you or both of you want to hop on an interview, then feel free to enter the waiting room. Oh, a really, really nice Epona slide, break slide there for TheEtherNetBoyz.
Very clean.
That is like max speed, for sure.
But no going around, Sag.
Hello.
G.
Hello.
GG on your win.
Thank you. I did not think I was going to win, but worked out.
You played very well. Very close to PB, I hear. Or was it a PB?
This is my PB, yeah. 102.25.
Nice. You got a 102 yesterday as well?
Yesterday I could have gotten a 102. And then I fell off. I accidentally unequipped iron boots on that ceiling. Fell down.
I see.
But yeah, sub 1 almost.
Oh, hello.
GG Krino.
GG.
Thank you. Not very pleased with how Hugo went, but you know, you can.
Sure.
GG's to Ether. Played really well.
GG to you. I wasn't paying attention too much to the race, unfortunately, because I was trying to focus, but I'll look back and see how everything went.
You chose the safe way, and that paid off.
Yeah, watching the restream can be a bad move. It depends on the person. I also usually don't look at anything, only during big cutscenes. Yeah, unfortunate. The Sword and Shield skip and Wolf Bombos skip, Krino. Sorry about that. But it was very fun to see you making up time, like little by little, on certain segments, like the Twilights and that King Boblin one fight being very good. Just unfortunately not enough to bring it all the way back. But it was very fun to see your Goron mines.
Yeah, I was overall very pleased with my play, other than Hugo and Wolf Bombhouse skip, to be honest. And I think I fell in the lava in the first room of mines, which was very funny to me.
That's a classic. We've seen that a lot in the tournament so far.
Yeah, because I have like a visual cue with the first lava pillar to know if I can roll or how much I can roll before that. And I don't know, like raise nerfs, I miscalculated and rolled and hit the lava pillar and fell to the lava.
It happens. It happens. Happens to the best of us. I did that just like a week before the tournament started. I was on a 56 pace entering mines, and then I just hopped into the lava in the first room.
Oof.
We love it. Classic TP.
I think Dean was saying it should be Lava Splash, not LavaDash, but
yeah. I think if we do this the next year, we'll probably rename it to that. Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I was terrified for Goron mines. I played extra safe because I was scared, especially for the first room.
Yeah, safety ended up paying off for you. You went safe for Bombhouse skip, like that section. I mean, not doing the skip, and then also opting to only attempt KSS on the first, sort of the free attempt, and then just getting the key shard. So playing it safe and ended up paying off.
I also don't know both Bombhouse skip correctly, so that's also why I don't do it, but I should probably learn it.
It is very difficult to pull off, especially in a race where like you can have nerves, or like your thumb can just not be cooperating when in terms of like ESS or like the C up angle that you want to get. And then at the back of your head, you're thinking of the Cargarok timer, like Kevin paying you a visit, like you're spending too long there. So it's a very stressful trick.
Yeah, I can attest to that.
Yeah. But yeah, GG's. You'll be moving on to the semifinals of the redemption bracket, facing off against Simikins.
Oh boy,
Good luck.
that's gonna be scary.
Yeah, it's. I guess none of us expected Simi to be in the redemption bracket, but his pool race was very interesting, and we all learned something about the game. So
Yeah, for sure.
but yeah, I think it's. I guess you'll still do more Goron Mines RTA runs just to improve your PB a bit more. I've seen a lot of love for the category from people who haven't normally ran the category, like yourself and Dean Machine also doing more runs of this category.
Yeah, honestly, for me, the great part of LavaDash is not me being a part of the tournament. I'm like being I wanted to be part of the tournament to support it because I really love this category, and I'm really happy to see it get more love from the community at large. I'm so happy to see so many 57s flood the leaderboard recently,
it's crazy.
and I want the goal is to. I'll try for like a month to put my 57 up there. I think I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty confident I can get a 57 soon.
Oh, you can do it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I'll keep trying for the 57. I'll keep doing runs, and yeah, hopefully we'll get it. If not, I'm not super attached to the idea of getting it. I try and keep a healthy mindset to all these things.
That's good.
So yeah, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, then I'll try again at some other point. The only way I never get a 57 is if I stop playing the game forever, and I don't think that'll happen anytime soon.
Nice. You love to hear it. Yeah, I was mentioning during GOATs that I was very happy to see when you first started doing the category, coming over from the Okami speedrunning community, and then just like going for this category. I was like, oh, let's go. Very good choice.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot to hate about this category, I think. But I think for me, those are the reasons to love it. Like having KB, having Bo so late. They like add spice to it.
Yeah, true.
They'll make you very upset very often.
Right.
I myself have not had a good bow ever since the seeding race. I think ever since my pulse race was the first time I had a terrible bow, and after that, all like 20 bows I've had have lost me at least 20 seconds, including this one today. But yeah, I'm overdue a good bow and a good KB. I haven't got a good bow KB combo in like 2 weeks. So if I get that, I can get a solid PB. I've been like minus 40 almost on my PB going into Master Sword, and then I lose 30 to KB or something. It's very fun. I love this category. It's
Twilight Princess.
That's Twilight Princess for you. Yeah, but it like you said, it's very, very rewarding when it all lines up.
Yeah, like the idea of the perfect run in this category, like the run of my life, like the Rommel status run. Like that idea is very endearing because of all the things that need to line up.
Exactly. All right. Well, that was fun. Thank you guys for putting on such a nice showcase. It was very fun to watch.
Thank you for hosting us.
Yeah, thank you.
Any final thoughts that you guys have?
I think I'm good. GG.
Yeah, GG. Good luck to all the runners still left in both the redemption bracket and the main bracket. Pull up some good times, good races, have fun, show up this amazing category. And yeah, just go fast.
All right, then. Thank you all. GG's again to Krino and the EtherNetBoyz. And thank you also to Jeez and Sarian for commentating. You can go follow them all there. Currently updating Sarian and Jeez's Twitch info. That. Let's see. Coming up ahead on good luck also to the EtherNetBoyz for his next match against Simikins. Coming up ahead on the ZSR schedule, we've got a whole bunch of different things going on. We have later. Let's see. Later tonight, we have at 7:20 p.m. Eastern here on this channel, we'll have the Ocarina of Time Randomizer Season 6 Tournament Winners Bracket Round 4 between What the Hell's Happening Gavaroni. Also have a pair of Zelda Randomizer Max Trainer Tournament 2023 Swiss Round 2 matches here at 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern between Elendar versus CS Tudor and Dr. J PhD versus J Coper at 8 and 10 p.m. Eastern. We've got more OTR, we've got Link Pass Randomizer match, spoiler match tomorrow between Do Not Open the Door versus Frosted Mango. I got more Z2R, got some Skyward Sword randomizer races. Skyward Sword 80% races. Looks like our current next LavaDash match will be this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern between the winners bracket, the final bracket, winners semifinals between Anarakis and Nimzo will be at 8 p.m. on Thursday, plus more matches to come. If you're interested, there's a lot to be had. So we do hope to see you around. Please give us all a follow here on Twitch as well. This is ZeldaSpeedRuns main, ZeldaSpeedRuns 2, ZeldaSpeedRuns_3, and ZeldaSpeedRuns_4 for more action. And that'll be it for us tonight, this afternoon and tonight, here for TP. And thank you for watching all. We will see you next time.